Welcome to another edition of Chris Speaks. This is a special report. I'm Chris Thompson. So, the Trump administration is claiming that there are no boots on the ground in Iran. Yet, for some reason, they sent thousands of ground troops to the Middle East. Marines, to be specific. Don't be fooled by the lies. There are definitely boots on the ground. About a week ago, this buffoon named Pete Sessions claimed that there weren't boots on the ground in Iran because the troops were on Kurg Island, something like that, which isn't mainland Iran. Well, this is preposterous. Pete Sessions is a Republican congressman who's completely out of touch with reality. So, that'd be like saying if someone attacked Hawaii, they're not attacking the United States because it's not the mainland, which is really stupid. I particularly, myself, don't like the term boots on the ground. I think it's dehumanizing. I think it makes us not real, makes someone wearing our head, makes us not think that they're actually people. They're just boots. This is disgusting. They are human beings. When I was in the Army serving in Panama during peace times, I was attached to an infantry battalion. And I would accompany these infantrymen on, and men is a loose word. These were young guys. I was young too. So I would accompany them on training missions. These guys were, like I said, they're young. They were hardly men. They were babies, now that I look at it. I myself was only 19. And most of the guys around me were around my age, and maybe at the oldest 25. Sure, there were older, like sergeants and stuff like that, but a lot of the guys were very, very young. See, and these people, they're your brothers, they're your sons, they're your husbands, they might even be you yourself. And they're human beings. They're human beings. These soldiers are human beings. Human beings that cared about their country, that loved their country, that they chose to serve that country. But they didn't choose to serve the country in vain and just be thrown out there anytime somebody wants to play their damn political games and do something that, like, no one in the Trump administration, can agree on why they even went there, which makes me feel like they went there for nothing at all. Seriously, we've got to have this discussion. We can't be sitting here, oh, they're boots on the ground. So dehumanizing. They're people. And most of those Marines that are going in first, most of them are going to die. And then more troops are going to go to clean them up. They're going to die. And why are they dying? We don't know. The government doesn't know. They've given 5 different answers depending on who you talk to. So, but the one that I think actually is the true answer is maybe it was Hegseth. I'm not sure who said this, but they said, well, we had intel that Israel was going to attack Iran, so we knew that our military installations would be attacked if we didn't go in there with them. But they were attacked anyways. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, as Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks would say. It's just nonsense. It's madness. So why didn't we just say to Israel, no, you're not going in there, and if you're going in there, you don't have our help, and we will denounce what you're doing. Instead, they get us involved, and then they take off, leave us to continue the fight for them while they're going off trying to annex land from Lebanon. So it's just ridiculous. They don't care about the soldiers, and they even used to think that if you're not for the war, you don't care about the troops. I'm saying if you're for the war, you don't care about the troops. Because what do you think the troops are going to go do? Besides kill people, they're going to get killed. And they're going to get killed for Israel. And you remember the guy who they dragged out of a press conference, and they even broke a freaking Republican senator put his hands on a Marine and helped break his freaking arm. And the Marine was right. He was an ex-Marine, I believe. He was right. We are fighting for Israel. As a matter of fact, we're fighting for the Greater Israel Project. And what is Greater Israel? Oh, this isn't a conspiracy theory. If you don't believe me, look up the patch that the Israeli soldiers wear. Um, it says Greater. I don't know if it says Greater Israel, but it's supposed to be Israel. If you look at it, the shape, and you overlay it on the Middle East, it's a big chunk of the Middle East. Probably a majority of the Middle East. So this is what they want. This is their goal, and they're just the Iran war is just a smokescreen. And we got people in our government, people in our military saying that this is a holy war, and we went to Iran to start the apocalypse, and that Trump has been ordained to bring Jesus back. Well, have you actually read Revelations? Who starts who starts Armageddon? The beast. The beast. And the beast isn't, people misinterpret it. As far as my understanding of it is, the beast is not a person or a thing. It's a thing, but it's not like a person. It's not an animal. It's not a person. It's a conglomerate of nations. The heads of the beast are the individual nations. The beast itself is the group of them together, and the whatchamacallits, the crowns are the leaders of those countries, and it's the bad guys that are going to start Armageddon. So if they start it, Jesus is going to come back and he's going to annihilate them eventually. So I'm talking about, I'm not talking about any country specific, but I'm saying the beast, who's the one who starts the war, this group of nations, they're going to burn. They're going to burn in hell for eternity. Of course, that's not my belief. That's according to the Bible. That's according to Revelations, which apparently these Christian nationalists, these dominionists, don't read correctly. And so you want to start the apocalypse, then you're the bad guys. And it's nonsense. So if you haven't watched some of my other ones, and I talked about dominionists, so dominionism is a theology, an ideology among certain Christians that they need to start the apocalypse so they can be raptured up to heaven, because they think, and this is not biblical, this is 19th century theology. The rapture is that all the Christ followers are going to be raptured up to heaven. Well, then who would be fighting on the earth? Because Revelations, and I know a lot about Revelations, I can't quote it verbatim, but I was obsessed for it for a while. And what was my point? My point was there's nothing about people being raptured up to heaven. It says that the followers of God, the sons of the light and the sons of the darkness, will battle on earth. They won't be raptured up to heaven, and no, they will suffer with everyone. And so like I said, I don't want to get too much into the religion stuff. I'm bringing that up because this is what these psychos did. There were hundreds, there's probably more now, hundreds and hundreds of complaints that these commanders were telling their soldiers that they should be proud that they're part of a holy war. They're being sent to their deaths because of a bunch of psychos who use the religion that they don't really follow in order to justify the evil things they do. And so remember, they're not boots on the ground. There's people in those boots. There's people like the everyday people, there's young men, like, think of any men, young men, uncles. Like, if you're a kid, they might be your uncles. If you're an adult, they might be, and well, there's, I'm thinking men because it's the Marines, but there's women too. But a lot of I forgot, there are women who are infantry fighters. So these people are like your sons and your daughters, your husbands and your wives, your aunts and your uncles. Hey, maybe you, like I had said. And I'm going to kind of leave it here and leave you to think about this. That, is it worth sending people to their deaths when you ask 10 people in our government why we went to war and none of them can agree on anything? Is it worth it? And why did they not listen to the experts? The experts had been saying for 40 years that you should not try, that any attempt to attack Iran, would end in disaster. And one of the things they would say is that they would close the Strait of Hormuz, and that's what's happened. But we've already won. We won it on the first day. That's why we're still there and sending more and more troops. Idiots. All right, guys. So I'll leave it there, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. And why don't you, if you like the video, why don't you like the video? Why don't you put the thumbs up? And why don't you either check out the channel or just, and if you like it, subscribe. Because I need more subscribers, and why not? I'll try to periodically do videos. Like lately I've been doing them every day just about, but I'm not always going to keep that up, but I'll try to at least get one out every week. All right. Later.